Morning, everyone. Welcome to the next lesson on Break with Baerg. Today we are going to pick up where we left off on Friday, talking about soil nutrients and the game Journey 2050, level number 2, and then we are going to start level 3 this week. So the format of these lessons are going to change a little bit because the National Egg in the Classroom organization has been awesome and have posted the content of the Journey 2050 on YouTube. So what we're going to do is I'm going to link those videos and then just give you kind of a time to shoot for when you are looking for the content, and then you'll play the game. I'll still post the follow-up discussions and you'll be able to interact that way, but just so you know, that is going to change as we do this. If you have any comments or feedback, feel free to email me. My email's on the website on Break with Baerg, and also for those of you who know me, you can go ahead and give me a call and let me know what you think. So let's start out today, let me shrink this, with our follow-up discussion. So as you were doing your game, which nutrient practice did you think was best? Most people obviously said best management practices. The best management practice really allowed them to pinpoint where on their fields the nutrients were needed and where it wasn't needed. So it really improved their yield, but also it improved their environmental effect. If nutrients are over or under applied, what impacts do you notice on crop yields, environment, or economics? If it was over applied, a lot of times the yield would actually decrease because it would burn the crops. Also, then the environment would suffer, and thus your economics would suffer because you wouldn't actually have an increase in any profitability. If it was under applied, usually the crop yield would decrease because you didn't have enough. The environment was less impacted, except for your soil health would have gone down. And then economics also would have gone down because your profitability would have gone down. So as you can see, farmers have to, it's almost like down to a science of how they have to be able to apply the correct nutrients, both in a sustainable way, that their fields will be able to continue growing crops, and that they will be able to replenish their soil. So we have all sorts of different ways now that we use to make sure that our soils are good, such as soil testing, crop rotations, all sorts of different things. So that's our wrap up for the end of this lesson. We know that agriculturalists provide our food supply and that they really need nutrients to replenish the soil to keep growing food for us. Crops grown in soil without proper nutrients, it also affects the nutrients of those, whatever that produce is. So makes it less healthy, less resistant to insects and diseases, and a less abundant harvest. So those are some things we need to keep in mind. That's why nutrients are so important. And we manage our plant health using best practices. There you have it. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to look at these two case studies. They're going to be online. Basically, we talked about how nutrients can help plants be more resistant to insects and other yield-limiting factors. So we have two case studies here. One is looking at bean leaf beetle, and then one is looking at a corn disease. So what I want you to do is go ahead and look on the website, read through this, and then what you're going to do is you're going to do a little bit of research on it, and then you're going to identify at least one solution to address this issue. So you're going to go ahead and look at those two, and then we are going to continue on with our lesson on Wednesday. It was great to see you all, and I look forward to talking to you again.